Welcome to Jenna Knits. My name is Jenna and I like knitting. I'm currently, literally right next to me, uploading a video of this particular sweater, and I'm pretty stoked about it. Today I don't have a project to knit, but I will be weaving in ends because weaving in ends is boring and I want company. So I'll be on here just for a little bit, just to say hi and all that good stuff. Weaving in some ends, and sorry if my phone buzzes, but I'll weave in some ends, clean up some stitches like in the armpit area, and complete the sweater. So I'm uploading a video right now of the process of this masterpiece. I keep putting it in my mouth when I'm talking. I am so proud of this sweater, guys. So this is the Berry Tee from Hobby. It's a free pattern. I used Red Heart, like a creamy Red Heart yarn, which is super cheap, and then a baby cake that was given to me. And it is so cute. It's so cute. I love it so much, and that's an understatement. Like, this sweater just makes me so happy. So I'm gonna weave in some ends and block this baby today. I'm currently wearing a sweater I forgot about, and that is my anchor sweater from Petite Knit. And putting this on this morning made me realize that I really love this sweater, but it was hiding in my closet, and I would really like another one. I think it just fits so nice, and I'm casting on a new project this afternoon. I just love the ribbing up here. Like, that detail is just so classy, and just the way the collar is, it's just so nice. It looks so polished, and like the fit of it is like loose enough but still tailored. Like, it just looks so good. So I'm casting on a new project this afternoon. Once it's on the needles, I might go live again. That's my plan, at least, is to go live and work on it a little bit later today. I just have some errands to run. I gotta go grocery shopping and do grown-up things. That fun stuff. But I figured I'd come on here just because weaving in ends, again, is so boring. And everybody's got their different tricks to weaving in ends, but I get my needle and I pop it through the purl stitches and I just weave back and forth until it is good, and then I'll cut it, and then I will, I'm so excited to wear this week. I was finishing up this video this morning stating that I'm tempted to block and pin it and then just hair dryer it so that it dries faster so that I can wear it, because I'm a preschool teacher, and like, my theme this week for my kids is spring. This sweater is perfect, and I just think it's so pretty. I'm obsessed with it. This was my birthday blues sweater, just something extra happy to pull me out of funk. It's also the first project that I've worked on this year due to life just being a little bit of a burden. But no, I am really excited that this is done. I'm very, very proud of it. Construction wise, it's probably the best sweater that I've made, and yeah, I'm so proud of it. I think it turned out absolutely beautiful, and I've never done stripes before either, and so that's really cool. Like, it turned out so clean. Like, look at that seam. It just turned out so clean because I carried the yarn up, and I'm just so proud of it. It turned out so nice. I've been going live. I've got a couple of comments on some videos that were like, you know, we miss you, and you know, we like hanging out and all that stuff. I got a couple, and I just read one and responded to one. I was like, I'm going live later, I promise. But I go live every other weekend now, so the schedule has changed because just schedule with my kids changed. So I have my kids more, which is great. I have them every other weekend, and I have them all week. So having my kids more means that I am on the internet less. Whereas before I was able to go live every weekend. Now I go live every other weekend. So I'm still here, I promise. Doing the actual like edited videos, those have been a little lax, but I do still go live every other weekend. It's just sporadic times. I'll do better about posting what time I'm going live. Like this one right here, it was just like, I'm weaving in ends, I'll just go live and see what happens. But I will be going live later on this afternoon once I have some stitches on the needles, which I'm excited about. I'm going to be doing a pattern that I just purchased. It's a black pattern. I think it's called the Key Sweater, and I'm 90% sure it's petite knit. So I really want to get that on the needles because it just looks so pretty. And I bought a sweater pattern for my kids as well. I feel like that's good enough. God dang, really weaving that one in. I did buy a pattern for my kids as well, but I might pause on that because it's about to get so hot. And those knit up so quick. So I kind of want to do a couple of selfish knits. I do have one commission project I need to get started on, but I have to go buy the yarn for that. And I don't really feel like doing that right now. They haven't bought the beanie yet, so I don't feel too bad about the fact that I haven't started it. They haven't purchased it. They have not given me dollars. So I'm just gonna wait on that one just a little bit longer and start another selfish knit. It also is somebody that it's not really ever an emergency, you know. He's pretty okay with things waiting, and he's pretty okay with like, he takes a long time to pick up the beanies too, so like it's never an emergency, but it will get done this probably like in a week. So I'm pretty excited about it. It'll be cool. It's 4 different colors though, so I really do need to get a game plan of how I want to do that. I keep going back and forth if I should just get some lace weights and just carry all 4 yarns together. I feel like that could look really cool. I don't know, I keep coming back to that idea, so that might be the one I go with. What do you look like? Ooh, no, I don't like that. I can hear you. Where did I just put that? There we go. Oh, wrong one. Oh, jeez. I gotta put it back on the needle and feed it through. That's what the needle is for. Sometimes when you go through the pro bumps or when you're coming from the ribbing, it ends up showing in the front, and I don't want that, so I need to shove that back through without messing anything up. Beautiful. But yeah, this will be a really quick one. This will be just to show my face for right now. This video is still processing. Yeah, it's got like 30 minutes to process. So it'll be a little bit, it'll be on later this afternoon. Which will be nice because it has been a while since I posted an actual video. And then I will also share the process of the one I cast on this afternoon. It feels really good to be back knitting after taking such an extensive break. It does feel really nice. I definitely needed that break, but I also feel like if I hadn't taken that break, maybe my mental health would have been a little bit happier. You know what I mean? But it does feel really nice to be back knitting these projects, because they turn out so nice. Where am I at? I think I'm in an arm. Stitching up the armpit is my least favorite thing to do, but that's all part of it. I don't know if anybody else's armpits just end up so ugly, but mine always end up so ugly, and I have to stitch so much to close everything up. I don't know if that's just part of it, or if that's just another me problem that I'm discovering with my knitting project. I don't know. Oh my goodness, my fingers are so tired. Okay. Yeah, they just end up weird. I don't know why. I need to figure that out, because they just like, they're very, it's just that beginning round in the armpit that always ends up a little bit weird that I have to tighten up, and I'm not sure if that's just because of how the stitches are off and like set off to the side. If everybody ends up with a funky hole, or maybe that's how, like when I'm picking up stitches, maybe that's an issue of how I pick up the stitches. I'm not sure. You can't tell once I sew it up, like when I fix the holes, but it is more time consuming, I've realized. Much more time consuming to stitch up the armpits versus everywhere else. But I'm sure that's just a me problem that I need to figure out how to, like, I know how to pick up stitches, but how to, like, I don't know, seamlessly pick them up. Cause like, I don't know if you'll be able to see it properly, but I end up with like chaos right here every single time. And then I have to make sure that I do a super long tail so that I can close up those holes. And for some reason that just seems, it seems incorrect. It seems like I'm doing something wrong, but it's been like that in every sweater. It doesn't matter how I pick up those stitches. It happens every time. So I need to figure that out. Maybe I'll figure that out in my next one. I learned some things in this one, so maybe in my next sweater I'll be able to figure out where I'm going wrong. I don't want your color. I need to make sure I only pick up the creams so that I don't mess up my pretty striping. It's been so weirdly quiet on the lives lately. There was a moment where there was like so many people popping in. I wonder if I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the time of day I'm picking. I'll look that up too. I got a lot of things to work on, you know. But it has been really quiet lately, so hopefully everybody that is working on these projects, hopefully you guys are doing well. I do miss talking to you guys. I know I can only go on every other weekend now, so that's kind of tricky. Because I go on the weekends that I don't have my kids. Whereas before it was every weekend I could go on. Now it's every other weekend. So the schedule has changed a good bit. So I don't have my kids this weekend. Which is why I'm able to be on here right now, and I'll be on here again later once I'm done doing all of my chores. All of the fun things I need to do this afternoon. Oops, did I just make that worse? Kind of. I gotta keep paying attention to this because when I process videos, if my screen blacks out, it pauses the processing of it. So I'm like, you only have 20 minutes left. Please don't black out on me. Don't shut down. It's like there's no way you're still looking at the screen. Like, I am. Please stay active so I can upload my things. But I've been busy this weekend, guys. There's been a lot happening. I went to a U-Pick yesterday, because it's strawberry season, and I went and picked like an obnoxious amount of strawberries, but they will all be to good use. I've been canning like crazy. I made a strawberry chamomile jam. I made strawberry jam. Today I'm making strawberry lemonade concentrate. I'm gonna bake some muffins. And then the rest of them, I'm just gonna have them fresh for my kids. And then also, I'm gonna put a bunch of them in the freezer too, so that we just have strawberries when we want them. My kids are big fans of the frozen fruits, and also it's about to be like 5 million degrees here, so frozen fruits are gonna come in absolutely clutch on the daily basis. See what I mean about it taking just so long to do the armpit? I'm still closing up these holes. It doesn't look pretty, but you can't tell from the other side. And then I feel like insecure about the way that I stitched it, so I end up like knotting it as well. I don't know. There's got to be a better way. I feel like that should be good. And then all those holes are closed up. It looks better. I feel like as long as you can't tell from the outside, it's not that big of a deal. to say already because it's taking a little longer than I thought it was going to. Yeah, I figured this was going to take about 30 minutes for me to do. So when I'm done with this, I'm going to block it, get it pinned, go do all my chores, and call it a day. I did watch, something new. I did watch the Peaky Blinders movie last night. I finally was able to put that on. I've been wanting to watch that all week, and it just was not the movie week. My kids did not sleep well, so, but I did get to watch it last night, and I thought it was good. I mean, it kind of just like was what it was, you know? The one thing that was like a pet peeve for me during it was Peaky Blinders is known for their soundtrack, right? They've always had just such good music, and it's like the music helps tell the story in a lot of ways, right? But it felt like there was no dialogue in that movie. It felt like it was just like a couple of lines and then a 4-minute song, and then a couple of lines and then a 4-minute song. And I was like, yeah, these songs are like bangers. This is really good, but also like you guys aren't saying anything in this movie. And it didn't bother me, but I just thought it was odd. I was like, wow, you guys are really like, the writing in this movie was like non-existent. But it was good though. It's one of those movies where like you already kind of know what's going to happen, and so, you know, nothing was particularly a surprise. It felt like things happened kind of quickly, but I liked it. I thought it was good. I don't think I'd necessarily like watch it again. Like I would rewatch the show, but I don't think that the movie, I don't really know if it's like necessary for me to watch it again. I'm gonna knock this one because this one's kind of sketching me out a bit. All right, on the last arm, and when I'm done with this, this will be done. That's exciting. And then I'll get that process up to the YouTube worlds for you. And hopefully you'll enjoy the process of me knitting this. I knit this sweater very fast. I was having kind of a rough weekend 2 weeks ago, and I knit for an entire day, like a day and a half I was knitting. And so I had the yoke and the body done in that weekend, and then the rest of the days was just me kind of slowly working on the sleeves, which the sleeves were so easy, but it did take me the longest to do because knitting for that many hours that weekend, my hands were just wrecked, and the mental load of that week was pretty heavy. And so I was just, when my kids went to bed, I was just kind of going to bed. But it feels good to have something off the needles. It felt good to have something on the needles because I wasn't really doing projects for a little while. I felt like really burnt out, and just mental load of life was just too much. I was like, I just cannot focus enough to do this. And then, you know, you get like frustrated enough and you're like, what I'm doing to deal with things is not healthy, like just doom scrolling for hours. I should probably like put myself to some good use and make myself something happy, and so I did. And I'm really proud of it. I think it's, I don't know. I think it's very, very pretty. I'm so excited for it to be strawberry season though, for real. Like, I had never gone to this U-Pick before, but it has been on my list to do for years now. And I'm so excited that I finally went. It was really, really fun. I didn't go with my kids, obviously, because I don't have them this weekend, but I do plan on taking them next weekend and just letting them pick a couple bundles, maybe do like 2 more buckets. I bought 4 buckets yesterday, but letting them have that experience too, since I don't have my garden anymore. Letting them go pick some berries, I think sounds like an amazing day. And so I think I'm gonna do that next weekend after my morning run, because I'm part of a running group on Saturdays. And so the pink is kind of showing through. I don't love that. But I'm part of a running group on Saturdays, and so after my run, I think we might just go out to the farm and pick some berries and just have a really nice little outside day. Since this is like the only time period where spring exists here, I want to kind of take advantage of the fact that there's an actual breeze and the humidity hasn't turned on yet. The gnats woke up, but the humidity didn't yet. So I kind of want to take advantage of that before we're hibernating for the summer. What is happening here? There you are. But I hope you guys are having a good morning. Hopefully I'll be able to catch some of you all later this afternoon. If not, you can always just weave in your ends with me in this video and see you in the next one. I'm almost done here. It looks like really bulky in my armpit, right? It looks really bulky, but once I block it, it all just kind of evens out a lot nicer. And I only know that because I've had to do it with every sweater. But like looking at it, I'm like, gosh, just kind of looks like a nightmare. But it does end up blocking really nice. So I'm not too worried. If this is the only like ugly blemish on this sweater, I'm not worried about it because nobody knows about it but me. And it's like people that don't weave in their ends, they just tie them in knots and then trim the strings. Like nobody knows but you know? And I'd rather have this like weird situation on the inside in my armpit than have it be, you know, have the holes. I feel like the holes that show up are just so weird. I do need to figure that out for my next sweater. My next sweater is going to be a much bulkier sweater. It's more of like a comfy, baggy sweater. The name of it escapes me, but the key sweater is what's coming to mind. That'll be what I'm casting on this afternoon. But I just need to get the yoke started before I go live so that I'm not sitting here hanging out with you guys like counting 80 stitches and getting my stitch count wrong, you know? I'm easily distracted, so when I cast on, I need to do it in complete silence or else I don't know how to count. And that's embarrassing. So I need to cast that on later this afternoon. And what time is it now? It's 11. Oh, it's 11:30. Yeah, so I'll go grocery shopping and get all my stuff done early afternoon, and then maybe around like 3:30-ish, I'll come back on here and knit with you guys for like an hour just to kind of close out my weekend in a nice way because I love coming on here. I think that should be good. How much can I tighten up? You're good. You're good. You're woven in. I gotta make sure I got all of these. I have so many strings over here. 4 woven in. Okay. Let's see. Make sure I got all of them. That's woven in. I think I got everything. Oh my god, I can go block this. I'm so excited. Okay. Let me show you. Ta-da. I'm just gonna cut the strings, go soak it for a little bit, and oh my goodness, I'm so excited. This is my first selfish knit. Not even selfish, this is the first one I made for myself all year, and I'm so proud of it. The only thing that I'm hoping goes away when I block it is, so with the Red Heart is a cheaper yarn. Okay, I've never done Red Heart before. It is a cheaper yarn. This is my first acrylic sweater, but I got Red Heart for the cream, and the amount of factory knots that were in it is insane. It's insane. And of course, they're all poking out. Every single one of them is poking out. None of them are hidden. It just worked out that way with the stitch. And so I'm hoping that they kind of disappear. But this is the Berry Tee from Hobby using a Karen Baby Cake and Red Heart, their creamy color. And Berry Tee is free on Hobby. I knit a size small, and it was such a quick knit, guys. Size 8 and 10 needles, so quick. I'm gonna block it now. I didn't reduce my needle size for the sleeves or the bottom ribbing because I liked the little chunk on it, and I did knit it a little bit longer because I'm a preschool teacher and don't need to be showing any skin at school. So, but I think that I might knit this pattern again just because it was such an easy t-shirt, and I have no knit t-shirts, but I might knit this sweater again as just a solid, and make it, I like my shirts a little, like, so I might knit it to a size that I like, or I might just really like the way that this one looks and knit it the same, but I'm so proud of it. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna go block this. I can't get over like just how clean my raglan stitches look. They look so good. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys later this afternoon when I cast on my next project. I'm gonna go do a bunch of chores and block this baby. But if you tuned into this one, thank you for being here. Hopefully you're able to get a little bit of crafting done. Come back later this afternoon if you feel like crafting again. I will have a video posted to my page about the process of this sweater, me knitting it over the last 2 weeks. That is currently processing. It's got about 7 minutes left in the software, and then I'll upload it to YouTube. So that'll be up later this afternoon, probably around the same time that I go live. It's a lot going on today. I've got a lot of unnecessary adrenaline right now, but I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, and hopefully I will see you guys later. Bye.